This student asked if aliens follow the same Christian rules. Watch as Cliff answer the student's question.
And then we had our second question, kind of.
It's not meant to be silly or anything, but like in the sense of other life forms, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
My question was, did God only create this one Earth with this one, like, sphere of life and only this is it? Or, like, is there a belief that in the universe, you know, there's different worlds with different life forms and also intelligent life elsewhere with the same conscience and it has to apply with the same moral code, has to apply with the same kind of rules that religion governs? Or is this kind of like the only thing there is?
Okay, good. I do not know from the Bible if God has created other intelligent life forms. So once again, I'd be lying to you if I said, well, according to Christ in the Bible, yes or no. Doesn't say. So therefore, I turn to science to ask, what's the evidence that there's other intelligent life in this universe? And to date, I have no evidence there is, but if there's a discovery tomorrow, I'll celebrate that discovery.
So you're saying that, like, the rules set out that govern Christianity would apply to a new life form on any planet in any galaxy?
Well, I don't know, because Jesus in the Bible never addressed the question. So I can't honestly tell you.
In your opinion, would it strengthen or weaken the argument of religion if there were other life forms found on other planets, stuff like that?
Fascinating question. I do not know. I mean, it is, you know, start talking about extraterrestrial life, and because I have so little evidence, I don't know how to think that one through, to be honest with you.
So that would be a dilemma, like, if there was life found on another planet, that would be a dilemma for the church to figure out.
Okay, in one sense, at this point today, I feel it's totally irrelevant to your life, to my life today. See, for me, I think that would be an example of playing intellectual gymnastics.
Right, I get that it's very like a big hypothetical, you know.
Right.
No big basis to kind of like start jumping to that conclusion.
Right.
But at the same sense, it's kind of based on that faith belief that you were talking about earlier, of like the faith of like believing there might be something of the same type of order thinking that we have. In the same way that you have faith in the belief that way back then there was resurrection of somebody of the same higher order thinking that we had, somebody mortal, but in the sense he was also partly God, correct? So he was himself immortal in that sense.
Okay. I am convinced that there is an eternal being, God. I'm convinced that there's only one. So yes, if I discovered other life on other planets, I would be interested in understanding their awareness of God's existence as the creator.